Sometimes the person who saves your life is you. Today's guest knew something was terribly wrong even when no one would listen to her, but she kept asking questions. And that experience not only saved her life, but it changed the complete course of the rest of it. This is What's Next with yours truly, Trina Finch. And please welcome Julie Jetzer, and she is the owner of TLC Wellness. Thank you for allowing me to be here in your beautiful space.
Thank you, Trina, for coming.
Yeah, and I hear that y'all are coming up on your first anniversary
This month.
of being here in this space.
Correct.
Fantastic. So before TLC Wellness, before all of this, take me back to before this big, bad, terrible thing happened.
Well, that's a long time ago.
We won't say how many years.
Well, I grew up in Chicago.
Okay.
And being raised in the 70s in Chicago, we kind of raised ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that was just life. Come home when the street lights come on.
The street lights.
Mm-hmm. So it was a simple life, but kind of empty. Mm-hmm. My sister and I were kind of on our own. Mm-hmm. We had loving parents, nothing against them. It was just our lifestyle.
But latchkey kids were a thing back when we grew up.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then teenage life, and then young adult life. And luckily, in my early 20s, I was in LA on vacation and met my current husband.
Ooh.
About 6 weeks later, moved to Savannah, Georgia with him.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
okay.
yes, spontaneous, and we've been together ever since.
And how many years is that?
We met in 93, and we got
wow.
married in 97, so we just had our 29th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yes, and I still like them. I love them, but I still like them too.
Well,
I like
because
them
there's
around.
a big difference between love and like.
Yes, and we've survived building 2 houses, businesses, 2 boys.
2 boys.
Yes.
And all on a whim and being spontaneous.
Both of us, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, he invited, I went.
That's fantastic. So you're married, you're a young mom, you've got these 2 boys. What next?
Well, at the beginning, before the boys, I struggled with school.
Okay.
And we learned that I was dyslexic.
Okay.
So reading was not my thing, and still. So for school, I decided to do math because math was easy.
Okay.
And I didn't do that transfer with my numbers, only my letters.
Only your letters.
So I went to school for accounting.
Oh, okay.
And that was very beneficial with my husband and I because he left his company and we started our own company. So naturally I was the accountant for his company for many years and then got into spare part sales for his company.
Okay.
Hated it.
It sounds hateable.
Yes, hated it. And I still support him and I still hate it, but don't tell him that.
Is that still what he does?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we had our first son, and I was tired all the time. And I went to my doctor. I could feel a firmness in my lower abdominals. And I would even ask my husband, feel this. Because when you feel your body, it's like, do I really feel that? Is it really there, or is it in my head? And my husband's like, I don't know. And so I went to my regular doctor, and he asked me, your stress levels, this, oh, you have a new business, you have a toddler, it's stress, here's muscle relaxers. So I was driving home crying, thinking to myself, if I'm that stressed out that I literally have a knot in the base of my stomach, I have to figure that out and work through that. And at that time, I did not know I was sick, and neither did my husband. So we were fighting a lot because I had no energy. I was barely taking care of the house. I was barely taking care of the business and the responsibilities. And my son, as a toddler, was watching TV because I just couldn't get up.
Do it.
And then I was getting migraines, and things felt like they were spinning out of control. When I would lay there, my mind would say, this is not too much for you. What's your problem?
You should be able to do this.
You should be able to do this. This is not, why do you feel so overwhelmed? But my body was overwhelmed and it just could not do anything. So when he gave me those muscles relaxers, and now I'm even thinking, oh my goodness, it's my husband. I'm not happy. And then one morning he was out of town because he does travel a lot. And that hard knot in my base of my belly was now on the side instead of being dead center. And my son wasn't awake yet, so I massaged it and I played with it. I was able to move it from one side to the other. Exactly. So then I was like, okay, this isn't stress. This is not a knot. You can't move things.
Right.
So I decided to call my OBGYN because I knew he would at least listen to me and examine me and send me to somewhere that I needed to go because I thought it was belly related. So I went to him and he's like, oh, you're 4 months pregnant. No, I'm not. So he's like, let's go do an ultrasound. Go get dressed, get in the lobby. So now I'm in the lobby. Very busy practice. This is down in Boca in South Florida. And I'm sitting in the lobby and I'm giggling because, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm kind of excited. But then the reality of
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant and my husband, we were not getting along.
We're not in a good place.
We're not in a good place.
Right.
So now I start crying. And then I might be pregnant. So I'm giggling, and people actually got up and walked away from me.
Like, when are they coming to take her away?
Right. So they did. They did get me. And typically, when you get an ultrasound, they will put the gel on, and they'll put the machine. They'll kind of slowly. They'll have the monitor on, and they'll work their way to that area that they're going to examine. Oh no. He was so convinced that I was 4 months pregnant and he was going to show me that. He put it right there on that spot and flipped the monitor on. It was a black spot this big. So then the room went very quiet and him and the nurse started measuring and not saying a word. And I'm looking and it's just a black gap.
And you've been pregnant before, and you've seen ultrasounds before, and you know that's
there was nothing in it, and it was
not what
this
it's supposed
big,
to look like.
Right. So comes to find out that I had a cyst in my right ovary that was the size of a softball. And that's what I was feeling, and that's why I was able to move it from one side to the other. So I was scheduled for surgery to have that removed about 4 weeks later. Luckily, this procedure that they did, they cut it out instead of trying to drain it.
Okay.
So when they did the biopsy of it, they discovered that it wasn't a tumor, but it was filled with a bacteria infection that if it would have ruptured, no antibiotics would have, I would have been septic.
Yeah.
I would have been, and it was a bacteria that would have gone after all my organs, and I wouldn't have survived it. But we did not know that at the time. So when that report came back, that was the turning point of that aha moment, because now I'm looking at my doctor and he's like, we don't know where this came from. I just delivered your baby 9 months ago, so it is rapid. We don't know if you have cancer. We're going back in to take the ovary. But you have to heal 6 weeks before we can go back in.
Oh.
So that's when I had to analyze for those 6 weeks with a traveling husband that right now I don't particularly care for. How am I going to raise?
And this toddler,
Yeah, 9 months old.
Oh, not even. He's a baby.
Yeah. So trying to process all of that for the worst case scenario, because we're human. We're going to jump to that worst case scenario.
So there was a lot of fear there.
There was a lot of everything. Yes. And isolation. I wanted to crawl underneath and not feeling supported. My husband was very scared. He analyzed it separately than how I, female, all gray all over, want to express it and hash it out and just talk. And he hid in the garage because that's how he processed it. Luckily, that was the end of that story. And my migraines went away after the second surgery, and my energy pepped back up, and I was coming back online. And then I started liking my husband again.
And then you liked him again.
I did.
And then there was another son?
There was another son.
Right.
The planning of the children in the family did get altered
Did
from
get
that.
altered.
We said, okay, do and done.
So accountant Julie has just gone through all of this life-threatening experience. So how did accountant Julie get to TLC Wellness, Julie?
My husband is also European. So
Okay.
when we would travel abroad, I was able to see how they handle healthcare and ask questions. And my mother-in-law would be like, why are you taking that? Just put an onion in your sock. And I'd be like, excuse me? So I learned some things there. And I always loved alternative medicine. I would see chiropractic and acupuncture and kinesiologist while we were in Florida. And it just always interests me. So I favored that, especially after the first doctor wanting to give me the muscle relaxers. And if I would have just done that, I probably would not be here
probably
today.
wouldn't be here.
Yeah. So, and the other side of me, I think from that analytical accounting, seeing things kind of black and white, living with an engineer, being a private pilot, and being able to have that brain set, but then the gray emotional side.
Private pilot?
Yeah.
Where did that fit in? I think we skipped over that part, did we?
One of my personal ways I overcome things, because growing up I was alone. I'm a Taurus, so I fight through.
Okay.
And in the year, my compensation for that is, I guess, overdoing it. Go big or go home.
Yeah. Okay.
So triathlonist,
Okay.
got my private pilot. So if I decide to do something,
You're all in.
I'm all in. And that's kind of how I went from a one-on-one therapist to TLC. It was either go big or go home. So I had the opportunity to go big.
So let's talk about then how. So you're an accountant, you have a European husband, you've gone through this horrible health challenge, and then you have this curiosity, you're asking questions, you're seeing how they do medical treatment outside of the United States. So what questions kind of got you, because we still need to find out how you got from accountant to licensed massage therapist and personal trainer and the things?
That's a great question. I think the main question was why, and then how. Working for a husband, not really liking that. Doing triathlons, private pilot. Still, I had time to still do Julie and discover Julie. What does she like? What does she not like? And became a personal trainer to help me with the triathlons.
Okay.
So that's when I opened up Corrective Core Method, specializing in core issues and pelvic floor issues.
Okay.
With feeling limitations with that, with some people did really good and some people I can tell were doing it but not doing very good. Back to why and how is this possible? It kept going back to tissue. So I talked to my family and said, I'm going to massage school. I found the school that I wanted to go to.
And they all said,
specialized.
yay.
As long as I still could handle what they wanted, justify.
Right.
Everything can't just fall apart. And during school, I was taking advanced courses and different things like lymphatic and craniosacral and something called visceral manipulation. So as soon as I graduated, because this is my second career, I didn't have the time. I wasn't 20, you know, figuring it out. I had to push through. And then just exploring and working with people and learning and seeing different situations and moving into more the breast cancer and breast implant illness and people that aren't being listened to. They also know that there's something wrong, but they don't know who's going to listen to them. And just working their bodies and their fascia and getting their nervous system a little bit more regulated so they can leave in a better place than when they came in. And I worked in Huntersville almost 10 years between corrective core all the way to just working as Julie Jetzer, massage, fascia, lymphatic. And then I wanted to either go big or go home again.
I sense a recurring theme.
Yes. The growth of our area around Lake Norman, I live in Charles Ford.
Okay.
So 10 years ago, driving to Huntersville was our life because that's where all the action was, and Burkdale and all of that. But a couple of years ago, it went from a 25-minute commute to over an hour, and I was exhausted and getting burnt out. Then I wasn't of service anymore. So that's when I was able to find TLC Wellness so I can offer more than what I was offering in Huntersville.
Okay.
Putting it, again, the whys and the how am I going to do it? How am I going to help them? Because if it's just me, myself, and I am limited.
Right.
Where if I can offer more, the house can be facilitated.
Can be facilitated. I love that. So something you just said, that if you're exhausted and you're burnt out, you really can't be a help to anyone else. And then you found a solution, right? But so many times we as women, we put ourselves on the back burner and we're taking care of everyone else, and we are neglecting ourselves, and we're not listening to ourselves or our bodies because we're too busy taking care of everybody else. And so what do you think the solution to that is? How do we get through that?
I guess, again, asking yourself, why do I feel the need not even consider time for myself? It's sometimes hard with scheduling, but we're talking an hour here, an hour there, but we don't do it. Or we fill it with something else. So giving ourselves the power to give ourselves, even if it's just starting for 15 minutes, find something that you like, that you're dedicating, putting in your calendar, and then building from there. Committing to an exercise program, even if it's only for 3 weeks, to see if you like it. Because they say the only exercise you'll do are the ones you like.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And giving yourself permission to be okay with giving yourself time. It has to start somewhere.
I love that, putting yourself on the calendar to receive. We have to be okay. As women, especially mothers, sometimes we're not very good at the receiving. And so, and we're of a similar age. Sometimes it takes getting to this place to look back and go, oh, wow. So speaking to younger women and younger mothers who might be watching, it's okay.
It is okay.
And schedule that in and take, because like you said, if you're tired and exhausted and burnt out, what good are you? You can't, all the other jobs and all the other hats you have to wear, you can't be good at them if you're not good.
Well, we also don't have to feel that we have to do it all.
There's also that. Listen, I'm guilty on that one. I mean, that's like, I think we should just move right on along. So this has been fantastic. If listeners don't remember anything else from our time together today, what is one thing you'd want them to keep with them?
It's not too late to begin.
I love
and
that.
Everybody has a journey. We're all experiencing things, and our bodies can hold them, and it's okay to feel them and feel safe with that and take time. You don't have to reinvent yourself all the time like I did, but play with it. How else are you going to discover?
How else are you going to know?
Yeah.
And this seems to be a theme with my guests as well. You're not the first one that we've had that exact same conversation. Explore. You never know what's out there.
Exactly.
It's never too late. You're never too old to start something brand new.
No.
So this has been wonderful, Julie. Thank you for, again, having me here in your beautiful space here at TLC Wellness. Please follow TLC Wellness on all the socials. Check out Julie's website and see if there's some things there that might benefit you. If you're looking at your next chapter and looking to protect your family, plan for retirement, all the things. You can reach out to me at Trina Sells Insurance. You will find my information following this episode as well as Julie's. And again, thank you. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.